Oh,
Hi, Rona.
hi there. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Huh.
Oh, no, I can.
Oh, good. Good, good.
What are you working on today?
Matt.
All right, cool.
Am I the only person?
You are.
Oh. Is anybody else expected?
No, they're all because they're all coming at 11 for their training. And
Oh.
I decided to go virtual today. So they decided to just wait till training.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then maybe we can do the reformer today.
Sure.
I'll start with the wall exercises.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Oh, I got the new hooks in the mail. I
Cool.
haven't taken them downstairs, but I think they're heavier than the other ones. So I don't know if I should return them or not.
Like they're bigger?
They're not bigger, but I think they're thicker.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, doke.
Doesn't matter. You're very fall today.
I am. One of my neighbors texted me the other day and she said my front yard looks absolutely beautiful. And I said, Frank would be so happy to know that.
Aww.
Because the trees that we had planted were specifically for fall colors.
That's so cool.
But one of them, I had somebody out here recently and he said that, and I didn't realize, one of them is dying. It's a maple. And it's just gorgeous.
Wait, it's dying? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yes, and so when I looked up and actually looked at it, the branches on one side of the tree are very skinny.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm just heartbroken. So today, as a matter of fact, he sent me an estimate. God.
Yeah.
The main thing, the thing that I really need done is to have vines cut off the trunks of trees in the backyard. Because when vines grow on your trees, they can kill the tree. And those trees are tall and I don't want them falling on my house. But also to take out this one tree in the front yard and then another tree, and I guess maybe both of them are affected. I need to contact him and put in 2 other trees, 12 to 15 feet tall, and do all the work that's required and all the stuff. I think it was like $4,500.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be more than that. I mean, that's still a lot, but like that, I mean, I feel like arborist, are you going with like an arborist or it's just like a gardener?
No, it's not a gardener. Gardeners have no idea what to do with my yard, which is
Yeah.
asking.
It's like, cause I mean, tree people are like, they're specialized. Like, I feel like we have a couple trees in our yard, like one that our neighbor has been getting on us because he wants us to remove it because the roots are growing into his yard. But yeah, it's going to be like thousands and thousands of dollars to remove it. And we don't want to remove it. So yeah, it's crazy. Trees are they're a whole ordeal.
Yeah. What kind of tree are you talking about?
I honestly have
With
no
invasive
idea.
roots.
I can show you
Okay.
if you want to see. It's right here.
Probably if it's not a weeping willow or a maple, I wouldn't recognize it. Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is,
Yeah, I don't know either.
but I mean, it's a healthy tree and it's providing a great deal of shade, and where we live in Southern California is like incredibly hot. So like to have a fully shaded backyard is like amazing.
Yes,
So we don't really want to cut them down because they're providing shade for our backyard.
yes.
So, you know.
As I've said to people, and maybe to you, as much as Frank and I liked to decorate the inside of our house, it was almost like the yards were almost more important than the inside of the house.
Yeah,
That's how much effort and attention, et cetera, that we paid to the yards.
totally.
Thank you so much for all of your instruction yesterday.
No worries. You'll get it. You'll figure it all out. It'll take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the recording yet. It's still all a blur. Toes, arches, heels, toes. I've got that. Not what to do with them, but
Those are just the part of your foot that touch the bar.
right. But one is in, maybe two of them are in Pilates stance, and I don't know which ones, and that kind of thing.
It's all good. It will come in time.
Yes, that's what Deborah said too. Because I said, I just hate not knowing the order and what you do. And she said, Rona, you had just one lesson.
Yeah. It'll take, I mean, think about how long it's taken you to learn the mat and the spine corrector, and there's no equipment involved that you have to figure out how to set up.
Yes,
It's a
yeah,
whole
that's
other
another
step.
whole.
Yeah, it's a whole nother situation.
Yep. Am I correct that for squats, my legs should be parallel and not in Pilates stance?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Wait, I want to see only you again. Okay, there we go. Now I can see. Now your arms stay straight when they go up. Your arms stay straight. Yeah, there you go. And your palms are facing down.
Oh. Doing squats this way with my arms going up and down rather than, what was I doing before? Oh, with my leg going up,
Well,
my back stays much more connected to the wall.
well, I mean, lifting your leg up is still part of it. You just do that while you're sitting down.
Yeah, but I guess if I squatted lower, then my back was not sticking to the wall.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So like the ultimate is you go down, you lift one leg, you lift the other leg, then you come back up.
Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't say you lift both legs.
Not together, one and then the other. Yeah.
So Deborah said Tanya was taking a test yesterday.
Yeah.
I hope she did really well. She sure did a good class last night.
Good. Have to tell her you liked it.
Good, thank you.
She so she is doing what's called a bridge program, which means she's already certified to teach Pilates. She's been certified to teach Pilates for 5 years now, but now she's going through a program with our studio to kind of take her teaching to the next level.
Uh-huh,
So
that's exciting.
yeah, very exciting. But she's
Okay.
wonderful.
Get step out of the way so I don't break my neck. Oh, I meant to bring down the hooks, I forgot.
No worries.
Next time.
Next time. Okay.
When John comes again, should I have him move the equipment further away some more?
How heavy is it? Can you drag it or it's very heavy? Have you tried?
I have not tried.
So I have a feeling that you can do it. It's probably not very heavy. I would just go stand on the other side. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. What's that? Oh, that's your phone. If you go stand on the other side of the tower and just grab it with both hands and just start to walk backwards and see if you can pull it.
Yeah.
You can pull it?
No.
Oh. Does he have it on something to like keep it in place?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay, no worries. Then yeah, you can have him move it when he comes next. But this
And
is
there are wheels on the front of it.
Are they locked?
I don't know. If they are, I don't know how you would unlock them.
Okay, no worries.
I'm not gonna.
I could see you no problem yesterday, so just leave it where it is. It's all good, and just move the screen a little bit so I can see more of it, because right now I can't see all of it, but yesterday I could. So I think that's just a matter of where the screen is. And can the screen go down a little bit?
I think it's.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay, so let's.
These things today?
Oh yeah, we can try messing with those things, seeing if those do anything.
They're called lock nuts.
They're called lock nuts.
Yeah.
And they go into the front.
That's what it looked like from the diagram, but they can't go in because they're hitting the pole of the footrest, the foot bar. I'll have to ask John when he comes again.
Okay. All right, well, let's just go over, well, we can mess with those later. Let's just go over. So I want you to convert this to the reformer.
When we worked together, when I had just gotten it, did you notice if the springs were okay the way they are?
They're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my only concern was that they were gonna come off when you started moving, which they didn't.
Right.
So I think it's totally fine.
Okay. Is that it?
Your foot loops. The black loops on the ground, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of the fact that you are new to doing the reformer, and for the sake of the recording, so I can use this for a future training, I'm going to just like give a little preference and then help talk you through the exercises we did yesterday. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this is Rona. Rona has been doing mat Pilates for what, about a year?
Year and a half.
Year and a half. And
yeah, a little bit more than a year and a half.
wow. And she has made outstanding progress in her mat Pilates. She's also worked with some accessories. She's played with a spine corrector, but she is brand new to working on equipment and springs. She is totally new to her, right? Like,
yes.
So we are going to teach Rona how to do some basic exercises on the reformer in a way that will help her learn to do these independently, eventually on her own, memorizing the order. So, Rona, will you show us your reformer? Okay, perfect. So, brief overview of the reformer, and just tilt the screen a little bit so that we can see the foot bar as well. Okay, so Rona, this black thing over here, that's your foot bar. At some points, your feet will be on there. At some point, your hands will be on there. You have your springs. And for the sake of the way we teach, they're all going to be the same. And you'll take some off, you'll take some on. I think yours have colors on them, but I don't even know what those colors mean. So we're just going to say they're all the same for now. The carriage moves with the springs. You'll be laying on it, standing on it, sitting on it at different points. You have your shoulder blocks where your loops are hanging, and you have your headrest. And that headrest can go up and can go down, right?
Yes.
Are there different tiers that can go up and down, or is it just up and down?
I think there are 3 different heights.
Okay.
2 different heights as well as being flat.
Okay, so whatever it's at right now, it looks good for where we're going to start. So you are going to start on 3 springs for your footwork. So go ahead and lay down with your head on the headrest and your feet on the foot bar. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through the first 3 exercises, and then you'll be on your own doing them. The first one is toes, meaning you're in Pilates stance, toes on the bar, heels together. The next one is arches, meaning the arches of your feet are on the bar with your knees and feet together. And then the next one is heels, meaning your heels are on the bar with your toes flexed up. Okay, so go back to toes. You're going to do 10 pressing all the way out and all the way in each of those positions. And you're off. Use your center to keep your spine long on the mat. You got it. Scoop your center in and up as you press away. And then you'll go back to your toes for the tendon stretch. So press the carriage all the way out and hold. Now, keep your legs all the way straight and lower your heels all the way underneath the bar. All the way, and lift them all the way back up, keeping your legs straight. 10 times. All right, you're done with your footwork. Now you're gonna move on to the 100. So because of how your equipment is set up, we're gonna have you straighten your legs on top of the foot bar. That would be different if you were at a studio reformer, but this is perfect for here. Make sure you have a little bit of space between you and your shoulder blocks, and then grab those loops, which will eventually be handles when your handles come in the mail. Okay, so just like how you do the 100 on the mat, you'll start with your arms up to the ceiling. And everything curls up all as one piece, one cohesive unit. What happened?
Okay, so I'm pulling on the handles, these smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
The carriage wants to move.
Of course, it's gonna move. It has to move.
Okay.
Okay, come back up. Let's try that one more time. So just like how you get into the position on the mat, I want you to come into the position with your legs off the foot bar and your arms forward, just like how you would do it on the mat. And then once you get there, then start pumping.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we'll try one more time because we lost the head. There it is. 3 times the charm. Try to curl up high enough that the carriage doesn't move now. So the carriage had to move to get here, but now you want to keep the carriage still while you're pumping. See if you can curl a little deeper so the carriage is still and your head is still. curling from your center. Okay, good. Now hook those back up. We'll come back to them later. And then you're going to come step off the reformer entirely. And we'll set up for your next series. So do one thing at a time. Oh, so what happened?
I hadn't worked it out yet to do it while I'm still laying down.
You haven't figured out how to do it while still laying down? Okay, no worries.
It's difficult for me to see it. Okay.
So stand up. You're going to turn around, look at your reformer, and we'll set it up for the next series, which is long stretch series. So your foot bar stays the same. You're going to come down to 2 springs. Good. Grab that pad. Do you have that pad down here where you do your squats?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. You're going to put the pad on your headrest. And that will be for your feet. Okay, so you're getting into a plank. We call this the long stretch with your hands on the foot bar and your feet on the pad. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me tell you exactly how to get into it. Your hands will go first, then your feet. Your knees are not going to touch the carriage. Just your hands on the foot bar and your feet on the headrest. Okay, can you keep the carriage home? That's the hard part, right? Your feet are perfect right where they are. Just transfer your weight forward a little more. And try to bring the carriage home. Good. And then let the carriage go out a tiny bit. And bring the carriage home. 10 times. If your wrists need a break, then we'll do less than 10. So you tell me if your wrists are done.
Yeah, I think 5 is the limit.
Perfect. Now walk your feet forward. Good. Elephant. Separate your feet wider than about as wide as your hips. Good. Now walk your feet a little further back. And I promise you your hips are not that wide. They can bring your feet a little narrower than that. There you go. Okay, good. So curl and round into yourself. Find a round spine. And can you bring your round spine slightly forward so your hips are right on top of your feet? Are your arms still straight?
No.
Okay, now push the carriage out and in 10 times, holding on to the round spine. Control it, control the springs. So your arms are just there so you don't fall. Your lower body reach and your center are what's doing the moving. Are we done with this one?
Yep.
Okay, step off. Good. Okay, very nice. Moving on to the next series, the stomach massage series. So your foot bar stays the same. Come to 3 springs because that's what you did your footwork on. And move your pad to the front of the carriage. Okay, so you're gonna sit on the pad with your feet on the foot bar in Pilates stance and your hands cupping the front edge of the carriage. Make sure your butt is fully on the pad.
Okay, tell me again.
Your feet on the foot bar
Thank you.
with just your toes on the bar. Good. Okay. Now press the carriage away till your legs are straight. Lower your heels. Lift your heels, bend your knees and come in. Just one time, lower the heels, lift the heels, then bend your knees and come in. So the rhythm is press out, lower, lift and come in. Oh, we're adding a step. Press out with high heels, lower the heels, lift the heels, bend your knees and come in. Press out with high heels, lower the heels, lift the heels, bend the knees and come in. Press out with high heels, lower the heels, lift the heels, bend your knees and come in. Good, 6 more times. Keep your heels together, they're in Pilates stance. Oh, we're adding a step again.
Lift the heels, lower the heels.
That you're adding the lift the heels. Come on in. We'll talk through it again. Press out with high heels. Lower the heels. Lift the heels. Oh, come in. So for today, let's just press out and come in. We'll add the fancy footwork at a later point in time. Kind of press out, come in. Good. There we go. Now you're moving. Try to round yourself forward as much as you can. All right, so we'll call that 10. Now leave your feet there. Take your hands to the shoulder blocks behind you.
Still sitting on the pad?
Still sitting on the pad. All right, can your hands come to the top of the shoulder blocks? No, maybe not. Okay. Tell me what's going on.
The shoulder that I dislocated was hurting.
Was hurting. Okay. So take your hands wherever you can behind you safely.
Okay.
Okay, now make fists and push your fists down into the mat. Good. Have a tall back. Is that okay on your shoulder?
Yes.
Okay, press out and in 10 times. Keep your tall back. Press out, get tall, come in and stay tall.
Okay.
All right, come on off. We'll add on to that at a later point in time. Good work. Okay, we're gonna set up for the next series, which is frog and leg circles. Your foot bar stays the same. Come down to 2 springs. You'll stay on 2 springs for the rest of your, for the next couple series.
Okay.
Move the pad to the side. And then go ahead and lay down. You'll put your feet in those black straps.
On my back or on my stomach? Laying down.
On your back. On your back. Thank you for clarifying. Oh, other way. Your head is going to go on the headrest. You're going to lay down on your back.
I'm going to lay down on my back.
Go ahead.
I have to visualize this.
Don't even worry about it. Just lay down on your back. Perfect. Scoot yourself forward. And then grab onto those black handles. Pull them off. Oh, wait, hold on, Rona. Grab onto the black handles. Now put both feet into both straps at the same time. Yes, there you go. Good work. Okay, reach your arms long and flat on the mat. Bend your knees in like a frog and flatten your tail on the mat. Little more, little more. Okay, keep your tail on the mat. Control the springs as you press out with your heels together and bend in with your heels together. 10 times. Make sure your center is helping you control the springs. Your center is helping you control the spring. On your last one, press out and hold. You'll do 10 circles each direction. Now, your circle can only be as big, keep going, as your center stays long and connected to the mat. So there's no gaps between your back and the mat. You know that part at your waistline that likes to come away from the wall?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. That same part you have to worry about here too. Okay, very nice. Take both of those off. You're going to drop them into the well, meaning inside the frame behind you. Come on up to a seat and step off. All right. Let's go to knee stretches. You're still on 2 springs. Take your hands on the foot bar and kneel on the carriage. You finally get to do so. The moment you've been waiting for. Okay, so flex your feet and push your heels against the shoulder blocks. Good. Round your spine like elephant with straight arms and your butt hovering just an inch above your heels. Okay, but can you be in a round spine? Oh, can you be in a round spine, not just a round shoulder? There we go. Good. Now hold on to the round spine. Press the carriage out and in 10 times. The rhythm is and in, 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 and in. Good. Now, arch your back, but keep your butt right above your heels. So stick your chest out, stick your butt out, lift your chest up, straighten your arms. Lift your chest up. And press out and in 10 times. In and in, all the way in. Bring the carriage all the way home. So the position your body's in when the carriage comes home, that's the position you want your body to be in the whole time. Okay, we'll work on it.
My knees don't like that. Wow. Okay,
We'll work on it. That'll be a work in progress.
okay.
Step off. The lot to coordinate. And then go back to the springs you started on, which is
Right.
3, yes. And then go ahead and lay down for running and pelvic lift.
My feet over here.
Your feet on the foot bar, your head on the headrest.
Oh, on the headrest.
Yep. You're there. All right, so your toes will be on the bar, just like how you started. Press the carriage all the way out and hold for running in place. Bend one knee and lower your opposite heel underneath the bar. And switch 10 times. Yeah, so those knee stretches, as you get stronger in your center to hold your body up in the shape, right? Even though the shape changes, it's your center holding that shape. It will take more pressure off of your legs. So over time, as that gets stronger, it'll make a lot more sense to you. Bend your knees and come in. Take the arches of your feet to the corners of the foot bar. But this one will help stretch out your quads that I think were firing greatly during the knee stretches. Lift your butt up like shoulder bridge, but keep the carriage home. And then press the carriage all the way out. Get really long in your waist, like your side kicks in your mat. And then try to keep your waist that long all the way back in. Press out to get long. Come in to stay long 10 times. Beautiful. Good work, Rona. Come on off the carriage. Stand up nice and tall. You are done with your reformer. So every time we're done with the reformer, we want to set everything back up the way we found it so that it's ready for the next time you work out. So all your springs go back on.
Well, all 3.
Well, you're going to put all 4 on just because for the sake of the health of the spring, we want them to wear and tear at the same pace as one another. And then your loops can go back on your shoulder blocks. Beautiful. Oh, I think you crossed them. They're crisscrossed.
That's what I was wondering, yes. I was wondering if that made a difference. I guess it does.
Okay, great work, Rona.
Thank you, Daniela.
I will see you next week. I'll text you time.
Okay, have a good rest of the weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.